The time is now 2 o'clock.
Welcome to BFM News at 2. I'm David Kim. Former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon emphasized the need for South Korea to continuously persuade China that Korean unification will benefit both global peace and China's interests. Speaking at the Global Korea Forum, Ban highlighted the strategic importance of convincing China and Japan of the positive impact unification would have on regional stability. He also stressed that South Korea must assure China that its alliance with the U.S. is not adversarial. The forum aligns with President Yoon Suk-yeol's new unification policy, which includes promoting dialogue and expanding North Koreans' access to external information. The government declared Armed Forces Day on October the 1st as a temporary holiday this year to enhance troop morale and boost domestic spending. The decision approved during a cabinet meeting will be forwarded to President Yoon Suk-yeol for final approval. Requested by the ruling People Power Party, this designation adds to the existing October public holidays, National Foundation Day and Hangul Day. This is the first time Armed Forces Day will be observed as a public holiday since it was removed from the official holiday list in 1991. In local news, the Busan Port Authority said today that it has been awarded the Minister of Gender Equality and Families Commendation for its contributions to promoting gender equality. BPA was recognized for increasing the proportion of female managers in a male-dominated port industry and enhancing women's roles, contributing to gender equality. Over the past 5 years, BPA has raised the percentage of female managers by 10 percentage points. And last year, women made up 57.1% of key department heads, expanding women's decision-making participation and influence. The South Korean Ministry of National Defense's Agency for KIA Recovery and Identification, in collaboration with the U.S. Department of Defense's POW MIA Accounting Agency, or DPAA, announced that they will conduct an underwater investigation off the coast of Haeundae in Busan until the 27th. The purpose of this operation is to locate the wreckage of a B-26 bomber from the U.S. 5th Air Force that crashed into the sea after taking off from Busan's K-9 airfield in January 1953 during the Korean War. The DPAA has determined that 3 U.S. servicemen were killed in the incident. The joint investigation will involve searching a 12-kilometer square area off the coast of Haeundae using sonar and magnetic detection equipment. The Busan Type Workation program shows high participation from individuals in their 20s and 30s with an average spending of 1.14 million won per person. Busan City released a study on the impact of the 2023 Busan Workation Activation Project, which aims to create conditions for residents from other areas to work remotely in Busan, particularly in areas facing population decline, thereby encouraging the influx of residents. In international news, the UK has suspended 30 out of 350 arms export licenses to Israel, citing concerns that the equipment could potentially be used in serious violations of international law. The suspended items include parts for fighter jets, helicopters, and drones. Foreign Secretary David Lammy emphasized that while the UK supports Israel's right to self-defense, this action does not constitute a full arms embargo. And now taking a look at the weather here, Busan is under a heat wave advisory. The temperature in Busan is 3 degrees cooler than yesterday, with the mercury averaging 27 degrees Celsius citywide. The high humidity, however, makes the feel-like temperature warmer to 29. And that'll have to do it for this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM Busan 영어방송. Coming up next is 2 p.m. Reboot with Casey McKeever. BFM 부산 영어방송.
Traveling through airports can often be a stressful and mundane experience at the same time. You got lengthy lines, uninspiring terminals, and limited dining choices that really can take away from the joy of your journey. However, there have been some truly magnificent airports that have been built to completely redefine what it means to fly. Today, we're going to talk about the 10 best airports in the world. It's Tuesday, September 3rd. This is the 2 p.m. Reboot. Let's get it started. Welcome back to the 2 p.m. Reboot. You just listened to the song All By Myself by Alok, Sigala, and Ellie Goulding to kick off the show today. Ellie Goulding has released her Alok and Sigala collaboration called All By Myself. This was back in 2022, actually. The dance pop record features a sample of electronic music pioneers Depeche Mode. You can hear it from their iconic late 90s hit, Enjoy the Silence. Ellie commented on the track. She said, "It was such an incredible experience to work with Alok and Sigala, that is, on this track. They're both such unique and amazing artists, and coming together was a delight. I hope this song gives people the self-love and power that I felt when writing it. We need to make sure we're loving and taking care of ourselves so we can receive the same from those around us." And that's a positive way to start the day, is it not? For sure, yes. Welcome to the Tuesday show. You're listening to us here on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Jeongwon, and Noksan areas. In Seoul, we're on TBS EFM 101.3 FM, and in Gwangju, we're on GGN 98.7 FM. And thanks for joining us wherever you might be today. And I hope you're enjoying your Tuesday thus far. We're just starting out the week still. I know. Hang in there. We got a ways to go. If you want to join us on YouTube, you can do that as well. If you go to youtube.com, search BEFM or 부산영어방송. And I should let you know there is a music copyright issue, so we won't be able to stream the music live on YouTube as well. It will be muted when we switch to the songs. And we apologize. We know it's not convenient, but we will have the show completely uninterrupted on FM radio. And we also do have our very own smartphone app. If you go to the App Store on your phone, regardless of what phone it is or what app store you're searching, you can just look for BEFM or 부산영어방송, and you can download the app that way, and you can listen to us wherever you go, completely uninterrupted, and also you can log in there and leave us some comments as well. So that's one way to contact us through the app. I do want to let you know, the 2 p.m. reboot will only air until September 8th, which is this Sunday. That means the program is only going to be on for 6 more days. Beginning on September 9th, there will be a new program launching after the fall change of season here at BEFM. So once again, September 6th, this Friday, will be the last live show, and September 8th on Sunday will be the last highlight show for the 2 p.m. reboot. So I just wanted to kind of give you some advance notice so you're not surprised when I'm telling you on Friday, okay, goodbye. I just want to let you know, thanks for listening, and I've enjoyed spending the summer with you. I hope you enjoyed spending it with me as well, because, it's been a good time. There's a lot coming up on the show today. In hour number 1, we do this every day. We've got Hot Off the Press coming up, and that will be 2 new songs that have recently been released, and we'll give you some background information about the artists and the songs. And because today is Tuesday, it's time for Melissa to come in with Officially Amazing, and she does this every Tuesday. We talk about either amazing people, amazing accomplishments, or just plain amazing things. And it's always a good time when Melissa's here, so I'm looking forward to that. In hour number 2, we're going to have our daily list. And as you heard at the top of the show, we're talking about airports. Not the boring kind that you sit there and you're like, ugh, when can I get out of here? I can't leave here soon enough. Not those kind. We're talking about the 10 best airports in the world that might actually just be a part of an interesting travel experience. That's pretty cool, right? And we do this every Tuesday. We'll have Tomorrow Today, where we share stories of advancements, that is, in different fields of technology or all kinds of science to kind of get a glimpse into what the future holds. And today we're going to talk about the Best Airport Awards that has taken place in Europe to kind of give us an idea of what to expect in airports probably in the very near future. And of course, we'll have our perfect playlist at the end of the show. We have a new theme every week for you on the perfect playlist, and this is no different. This week, our theme is, let's see what we got. Oh, songs about new semesters. Perfect timing, right? Yes, that's right, because the new semester started for most of us yesterday. So songs to motivate you for the new semester, right? So we'll have 2 more songs on that theme as well. And I will be checking your messages throughout the show. So you can just say hello. Hello, how are you? Hello, Casey. Good afternoon, if you like. Or you can tell me how the weather is where you're at or what you're up to today. And if you'd like to, you can answer today's question of the day. The question of the day is, what is your favorite airport so far? 지금까지 가장 마음에 든 공항은 어디인가요? And all right, come on, I'll play too. I'll play along. Let me think about it. JFK is my least favorite airport in the world. That's in New York City. LaGuardia is probably maybe tied with JFK. So no, that's 2 no's for New York. I mean, they have done a lot to improve them. So maybe it's not as bad as my last visits there, but I don't know. Actually, Hawaii was like a kind of cool airport. And it's been a long time since I've been there. But the international airport, I guess, on Oahu, that island, I remember there being like a lot of just open windows. They didn't even need air conditioning. I hope that hasn't changed because of, climate change. But I remember it just being like a really kind of cool, comfortable airport. It just seemed not like the typical, enclosed space where you just want to get out of there as quickly as possible. So I'm going to put up Hawaii as one of my favorites. Yeah, I can't think of another airport that I was like particularly impressed with. It's usually the opposite case where I'm like, disappointed. For sure, the airport in Shanghai, not my favorite. That was another not good experience. Trying to figure out where to go, Not very good. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with Hawaii. I can't think of a better example than that. So if you want to send us a message and your answer for your favorite airport that you've been to so far, you can reach us at 샵9050 or pound 9050 for 100 won. You can reach us for free on the KakaoTalk app if you search BEFM or 부산영어방송. And you can add us and send messages for free that way. And also, we do have our very own smartphone app. If, like I mentioned before, you can just go to the App Store, search BEFM, or in Korean, of course, 부산영어방송, and you can download the app. Once you log in, you can send us comments that way as well. We'll be back with Hot Off the Press. You're listening to the 2 p.m. Reboot, and that song was Good Time by Jody Harsh. And now it is time for Hot Off the Press. We do this every day, Monday through Friday. We bring you 2 songs that have recently been released, and we give you some background information about the songs and the artists as well. And we do our best to pick songs we know you're going to enjoy every day. And come on, today's no exception, right? Our first song today is Empire Service by Razorlight. Razorlight is an English indie rock band who have recently announced their new album, Planet Nowhere. Nowhere. I prefer to say nowhere. I don't know what variety of English that was. It's due for release on October 25th and follows their reunion in 2021. I guess perhaps of an older lineup of the band. And they're previewing it now with this lead single called Scared, with the lead single that was called Scared of Nothing. Frontman Johnny Burrell says about this single, Empire Service, it's a documentary collection of recorded speech from the New York train line of the same name, written in collaboration with novelist Lauren Rothery. It was the very first time in a long time that I've written with someone from outside the group. Lauren was just reading me some dialogue she'd overheard on the Empire Service train, and well, I like people and their syntaxes, and I like trains, and just thought, this would make a great song, and we kind of wrote it right there. Cool. I like when sudden inspiration strikes like that, perhaps especially when it's like not even planned. Very cool. So we'll check that out first. Our second song today is You're Invited by The Dare. And The Dare has dropped this new single taken from his debut album, What's Wrong with New York. Wham, we were heavy on New York today. Suddenly I feel bad for trash talking JFK and LaGuardia airports. But I don't take it back. I'm sure these people would agree as well. They're not the best airports in the world. Sorry. Okay, anyway, this song comes from the debut album from The Dare. It's called What's Wrong with New York. See, negativity is a part of New Yorkers. That album is set for release September 6th, and The Dare will embark on his first ever headline tour of North America this fall to promote the album. And the run of dates kicks off at New York's Webster Hall on September 5th, with further dates in Chicago, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and many more stops. And The Dare is actually the solo project of vocalist, songwriter, and producer Harrison Patrick Smith. He's shared stages and collaborated with Charlie XCX, Water From Your Eyes, and a host of others. And so these are our 2 songs for today for Hot Off the Press. First up, Empire Service by Razorlight, and You're Invited by The Dare. 2, You're Invited by the Dare, and before that was Empire Service by Razorlight. Those are our 2 songs for Hot Off the Press for today. Hope you enjoyed those, and I hope you're enjoying your Tuesday with us. And just to remind you of the question of the day for today, man, I'm kind of feeling guilty. I talk so much garbage about the New York airports, but they're not the worst in the world that I've ever been to. I mean, there's a lot of the airports I've been to in the world have not been my favorite experience, to be honest. So the good ones, though, are kind of hard to think of. I'm thinking I had never had any issues with Narita Airport in Japan and Incheon Airport, Gimhae Airport here. Those seem easy to get around. But a favorite, I'm sticking with Hawaii. I can't think anything better than the international airport in Oahu, Hawaii. So I'm sticking with that answer for now until I can think of something else. But what is your favorite airport so far is the question of the day. 지금까지 가장 마음에 든 공항은 어디인가요? And you can reach us for 101 if you text us at 샵9050 or pound 9050. You can reach us for free if you search the Kakao Talk app and just look for BEFM or Busan 영어방송. You can add us that way and then send us messages. And as I mentioned before, we do have our very own smartphone app. You can just go to the App Store on your phone, search BEFM or Busan 영어방송, and you can download the app. And then after you log in, you can leave us comments that way. And I'll be happy to check your messages and see what you think is a great airport. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Officially Amazing with Melissa. Welcome back to the 2 p.m. Reboot. You know what that music means? It's time for Officially Amazing with Melissa. She's here every Tuesday. Welcome back. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. I'm glad I came in. I had a little bit of a problem these days.
No?
Have you ever been in the bathroom and your light starts flickering suspiciously?
Oh, you got ghosts.
And so you think, my first thought wasn't ghosts, luckily.
Oh, right, me neither.
But it was is there a storm that I haven't heard of, that I didn't hear? Because I think when I lived in Oklahoma, there's so many tornadoes and thunderstorms. And I was like, is the power flashing while I'm in the bathroom? No, it was my light. I think it's an LED light.
Yeah, in Korea, they're all LED, I think now.
Suddenly burned out. And I'm left in pitch dark in the bathroom.
And the light switch is never in the inside of the bathroom.
Yeah,
anyway,
the
right?
light switch is outside the bathroom. But luckily, I had with me, what was it? Did I have a little mini flashlight or a candle in the bathroom? And so
you just left it in there by
candle.
Coincidence?
It was a candle. Yeah, I just always have a candle in there just for decoration, but it's not decoration now. I had to actually light it. And you
had a lighter as well?
Yes, you need a lighter near your candle.
Oh, you don't smoke, do you?
I don't smoke.
Sorry.
I don't smoke. My teeth are naturally yellow.
What's that in your pocket tea? It looks like a pack of cigarettes in there. You got your sleeve rolled up. I see you.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so that was exciting.
You know what? We, I don't know why, but now I think I'm glad that we did. When we moved into our new apartment, we redid the whole interior, and we put a tiny little window in the door. So if the lights go out, there's still a little bit of light.
Okay,
yeah.
That can shine in.
Yeah, and I never thought about the practicality of that, but suddenly I'm glad we did that because I don't think I could light a candle in the dark without burning myself.
Right.
I think my arm.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Because, I'm kind of used to it because my husband goes to bed earlier than I do. So, I try to
You try to be courteous?
Do things in the dark. Yeah, I always pour my water in the dark and whatever.
And you end up making more noise by accident. Oh, no.
Well, he doesn't wake up, so I'm pretty good.
You're doing good then.
This was really extra. It's so weird, too, to look around a totally modern bathroom.
Right.
And then you have a candle
by
to give you light. Yeah, it's really weird. But
I must go to the lavatory by candlelight.
Yeah,
right.
So weird. So weird. So uncomfortable.
You know what? Sometimes things like that happen, even in our modern convenience world, right? But I did have a question I wanted to ask you. You mentioned living in Oklahoma and tornadoes. How many tornadoes have you seen?
I actually did not see any when I was there, which was very lucky.
Yeah. Because it's Tornado Alley, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is Tornado Alley. And I was in Oklahoma City, and then I moved over closer to Tulsa. But yeah, I actually did not see any tornadoes. But there was a tornado in my hometown in Wisconsin when I was in high school.
Which is rare, right?
Which is pretty rare. Yes.
But you saw that one?
Yes. So not the funnel cloud, but the clouds before the funnel cloud, which we say it looks like popcorn because they're just little teeny tiny bubbles in the sky. It goes from a really dark blue to a green to an orange popcorn.
What was that word? What was that last color? Dark blue to dark green to what?
Orange.
Okay. You said it differently this time.
Did I say it differently? Did I say it with a northern accent?
Yes, you did.
See, it occasionally slips out. The Wisconsin occasionally slips
orange. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
Yep.
Never lose that. Never lose that. Yeah, I've actually I saw one, and it seems like I told you this. Have I told you that I saw one?
Did you see a tornado?
Yeah, and it was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina when I was in, I guess, after high school. So it's been a long time. But it actually it looked like CGI. Because I saw the funnel. Yeah, it was crazy. It started on the beach, right on the beach, and the sky was like pitch black suddenly.
Oh, right. It
like
gets
half of
so
it was
dark.
daytime and then half was nighttime. I was like, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen one before.
Okay, so
And
you
then-
didn't know about how the sky changes colors.
No,
Yeah.
from dark green to, what was it? Orange.
Orange.
And so it did drop down, the funnel dropped down, and then it went out into the ocean over the water.
It became
And
a water spout.
Yeah, and then it split into two.
Whoa.
Felt like I was watching the movie Twister, starring Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, perhaps.
Yeah. Hey, now
Is that
there's
right?
Twisters.
I've heard.
It's coming.
And I've heard that
Or maybe
movie-
it's already out. I don't know.
I think it might be out in the U.S. at least because people are raving about it, how good it is.
Yeah.
The director is like somebody I didn't even expect. It was a big surprise. I wish I could look it up another time. But I digress because we're talking about tornadoes. Tornadoes are amazing.
They are amazing.
I would say officially. Is that what we're going to talk about today?
That is totally not our topic.
Whoopsies.
But that's okay. So I know a couple weeks ago you got sick because of plane germs.
Yeah, I got hit hard.
And so I wanted to update you on some amazing and some not so amazing research in the world of health and medicine.
I like the fact that you said amazing and some not so amazing research. My mind instantly goes to the negative, and I'm like, ooh, how bad can bad be? But all right, so are we going to start with amazing first or not so amazing?
Probably not so amazing.
Cool, let's go for the
Yes.
negative. Yes.
Okay. So, did you hear about the millennials are aging weird trend that went viral several months ago? Have you heard of this?
I am so out of the loop on everything, but this one I'm sad I'm out of the loop. I want to know about this. Why would millennials be aging weird? What does that even mean?
Well, because basically the theory is that Gen Zs are looking way older.
Okay,
than
and they're
their
younger.
actual age. Yeah, Gen Zs are, in their 20s.
Right, and millennials are now in their
Millennials
30s?
are now 30s and 40s.
Okay.
So the theory is Gen Zs are looking much older, but millennials are looking surprisingly young.
Huh.
And so new research published in Nature Aging might just have a reason for the millennials looking so young.
Okay. I'll bite. I'm in.
Okay,
What's
okay.
the reason?
So, according to studies from Stanford University School of Medicine, humans have two separate rapid bursts of aging. So
I had one this morning.
it's right. It's not just like you consistently age year after year. No, it comes in rapid bursts.
Oh.
Two of them.
They're talking about like physically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the first happens when we're around age 44.
Uh-oh.
And the second is
I'm in
about
trouble.
60.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have a bit of time before the next one then. So maybe literally I did rapidly age this morning because it felt like it.
It's possible if
I'm
you're
right around.
You're
Oh,
right
dear.
around that. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Okay. But how do they know this? Like, did somebody just like pick a random number? How could they know?
So scientists, they were looking at molecules and proteins in the body,
Okay.
and 81% of the time, these molecules experienced big changes at those ages, again, around 44 and 60.
Okay.
And so for women, the major changes around age 44, it was no big surprise because that's about menopause or 갱년기. But for men, the rapid increase in aging was the same as women.
I just learned the word for menopause in Korean. Thank you.
Yes.
I did not know that word. I'm going to use that all the time now.
Use it all the time.
So
yes.
are men going through menopause as well? Is that the idea?
No, again, this is on a molecular level. So those molecules make people at risk to various heart problems because they start breaking down faster. Again, around age 44, your skin and your muscle changes on a molecular level, as does how your body metabolizes things. So if you're around 44 and caffeine or alcohol hits you differently, that's why. 81% of the time, at least. That's
so
why.
For 19% of people, perhaps it's not the case. I got a feeling I'm in the 81% column.
Right.
But
it's a little
okay.
depressing, but yes.
Suddenly the age 44 is looking sad for me. But all right. What about age 60? So what can I look forward to when that comes up?
Well, similar to that peak in aging around 44, in the 60s, the molecules indicating risk factors for heart problems, they go up again.
Okay.
But also the risk of kidney problems suddenly increases around that time. So researchers suggest upping your water intake and restricting carbs around age 60 to keep your kidneys in shape.
So in other words, I'm just going to just drink a lot of water and restrict my carbs from now until age 60. I think we're starting now.
You got some time, but okay. Water, more water is generally a good idea.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
So, if you do those things throughout your life fairly well, probably, I wonder if that helps any, or is it just like around these specific ages, like suddenly these changes are things to keep track of? I don't know. It does make me a little sad. Is there any good news about getting older?
Yes, there is.
Oh, good.
So a lot of people think being 20-something is the best time of your life. But
I thought it was.
Is it really?
Oh,
Is it really?
Perhaps. Well, let me think back. No, I made some mistakes. Yes. Okay. Fair point. I hear voices in my head telling me otherwise.
Okay. Another study. This one was published in Psychology Bulletin. It addressed the age we're happiest and most confident. So, Casey, what age do you think you were the happiest or most confident?
Okay. Most confident, definitely not the 20s, for sure.
Any reason why?
I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but even less so then.
Okay, really no clue.
Yeah, like what's my future? What job do I want? Why do I not attend my graduation? Like all kinds of things. I was working two, 3 jobs. Oh, I'm still doing that now. Huh. Well, okay, things haven't changed much, but confidence, I think, has increased a lot. I'm going to say I'm the most confident now.
Okay.
At my age now.
Okay, so when you
Which
really
is
think
26.
about it. Okay. Aha! But yep, let's go with it. You're 26 now.
I'm sorry.
But in our 20s and 30s, this is actually not maybe as joyous of a time of youth as we like to think.
I can see that, yeah.
Right? This is where aging is better. So there's a study that found in reality, levels of anxiety, depression, and stress are highest in your 20s and in your 30s.
Yeah, I think I can see that.
Right, because of peer pressure and also not totally being sure of what you can brush off, right? And, what stress is maybe motivating you to make a change. But
Yeah, I can see that. I totally agree with that.
right? However, age 60, when you hit that second bump of advanced aging, as we just learned, that is also when you reach peak confidence.
And also wreak havoc is what you were going to say originally. Wreak havoc. I'm going to age 60. I'm going to wreak
body
havoc.
molecules are wreaking havoc, but mentally you are confident and happiest.
You know what? I can imagine that because at that point I'm going to have so much more knowledge and experience and wisdom that I've gathered over my lifetime that I will be an endless fountain of information and knowledge to share with other people that they won't want to listen to.
Right.
Oh, no.
The older we get, the wiser we are, but people don't want to listen to our wisdom.
Oh, man.
But, the saying is true, older, wiser, because when we are at that age of 60, you're able to distinguish important stressors from like everyday trivial things that you can kind of brush off.
I want that ability right now. I do not have. Do you have that ability?
Not so much. It's getting better, right?
Yeah,
it
right.
does
I would
get
agree.
better with time. And I
Right.
think also people like us, maybe many listeners can relate, when you're so busy and you have like multiple jobs and things you're juggling, you
Right.
can't spend a lot of time being stressed about any one particular small thing because I don't have time for this.
Right.
I think about it for the next, 90 seconds and then, okay, moving on. 'cause
Right.
I got
got enough stress already. Right. Things to
Right?
do. Yeah. I can see that. And hopefully by age 60 we will work less
Hopefully.
in
Yes.
general.
Yes.
Right? We hope.
But also with age comes stability. So perhaps by 60,
I don't want that.
most people have achieved, well, here we're talking about reliable relationships.
Oh, I want that.
Right? Whether that's with marriage, grown children, friendships. And also, you probably have your home or living situation figured out.
You hope so, right?
We hope so. Also, at age 60, most people are content with the things they already have.
I want that right now.
And they aren't out chasing out all the things they think they need, like, a new car or
Need a
a
new car.
boat
Yep, I
or
need
a
a boat.
TV
Yep, I
or,
need that.
all this stuff peer pressure tells us that we should want. They're happy with what they've got now.
Yeah, you know what? And peer pressure comes in many forms, social media being one of them.
Oh, yes.
And advertising being another. Like we are
Right.
all constantly bombarded with you need this, you need this. And I guess the idea is by age 60 you're like, nah, I don't need that. And you kind of feel confident in your ability to be like, no, I don't need to listen to that. That's pretty
Definitely.
cool. That is
Yes.
pretty cool. Okay, so some good things in there. The negative,
Right.
I'm going to probably focus on more, but I'm going to try to eliminate that from my brain. But let's take a quick song break. What did you bring for us today?
Well, this one, I know we got to dance here. So here's Tiesto featuring 21 Savage and BIA with Both.
Welcome back to the 2 p.m. Reboot. We just heard Tiesto featuring 21 Savage and BIA. Is that right? BIA. And the song was Both. and it had both of us dancing.
Yeah.
Thanks for making the dance. I feel
Don't
like
you tell me that it's love or money. I want both.
that's right. Both.
As they say. Yes.
That's right. And you know what? Dancing is an important part of being healthy mentally and physically, so let's dance more, right? But
Yes.
of course, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Not in public.
Right, not in public, right? Yes, keep that at home. I should, for sure. But we're talking with Melissa about things that are officially amazing. Before the break, we were talking about some things to look forward to with aging and some things to not. Mm-hmm. Okay, but we're talking about the main idea for today is talking about health and medicine, right?
Yes.
What are we going to talk about next?
Okay, well, we've talked about the fact that we're both night owls so many times on this show. And finally, I have some good news for us.
Yes?
So, Imperial College in London found out that in their study of 26,000 adults, night owls have, quote, superior cognitive function.
I knew it.
Right. Take that, all those morning birds
That's
who try
right.
to scold us night owls and shame us into waking up at horrific sunless hours like 5 a.m.
You really hate the number 5 a.m.
I hate 5 a.m.
That's like-
Us night people are superior in brain function, and I'm going to write that on the moon.
So you're going to the moon. Cool.
No.
Oh.
I would.
That's a
somebody
phrase?
else can do that.
Oh, okay. Elon Musk.
I'm going to
get
brag
up to the
to
moon.
everyone. Yeah, somebody
write
else
it on
can
Mars.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Write
quickly.
it on the
Please
face
leave.
of Mars. Yeah.
Please leave now. Well, I think this is great news, and this is another reason for you not to wake up at 5 a.m.
Right.
You don't need any more convincing, I know. But this is like kind of, yeah. You know what? I thought, and this is just my feeling, I don't know what the reason is, but I feel like my brain works better late at night. And,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes mind over matter, I know that's a thing where you feel things and it then becomes true, but for whatever reason, it's not my plan. Just at night, I feel more creative. I feel just like I can get things done faster.
Yeah.
Is this what we're talking about?
Absolutely. So, first of all, this isn't something that people could lie about in the study. It's easy
I
to
lie all the
say,
time, right.
like, oh, I'm an early bird, I'm a night owl. But in this study, they actually looked at people's sleep times, quality, and duration. So, you can't just like check a box that you're one or the other.
Oh,
You
cool,
actually
good.
had to prove it with your daily action. So you
Right.
saying you're most awake and productive at night, they would then study, your sleep and then determine, okay, yes,
Is that
Casey,
true or not?
in fact, you are a night owl. And then they tested these adults' reaction times, reasoning skills, memory, and just general intelligence.
I'm smarter at night,
Right.
generally.
So in those 4 areas, night owls scored better on everything except the reaction times.
Huh, I wonder.
Which, it makes sense to me because like throwing a softball at someone, I think that's more dependent on individual factors than if you're a night owl or an early bird.
Yeah,
right?
and I guess also too, like when you wake up first thing in the morning, like you're basically functioning on survival mode. At least I feel that way,
Right.
So it seems like it kind of makes sense that you would react more quickly because you're kind of just getting out of that sleep state where you're kind of groggy and you don't want to be up anyway, and you just kind of are focusing on whatever needs to be done immediately in front of you. It doesn't there's no deep thought going on.
Yes.
Right? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think reaction is more instinct, less about how maybe awake your
Yeah.
brain is. Yeah.
Yes, we're clearly not scientists.
Right.
But it makes sense to me when I think about it that way. So, all right, one thing I was thinking about, you mentioned 26,000 people. I've done small scale research and it was very difficult. So this is an amazing number of people to have participate. Did they actually find anything related to cognitive skills and age? Because we were talking about before the break,
Right.
there's some things that happen
There are things that happen, and
molecularly.
here's what I really like. They actually found better cognitive function was more evident in older people.
So see there, 44 is a good age to be.
Yes. So if you're a night owl and you feel like you're getting punished every day by having to wake up too early, good
Right.
news. You'll be even more superior. I love the study used that word so much.
Oh, they said that? Superior?
Yes, they said superior. That's their wording. So you will be more superior in your cognitive function as you get older, but just make sure no matter what, you're getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep a day.
I do not, do you?
I do now.
Do you?
Yes, but
How?
it depends on the day. right?
okay.
Because like work schedule, if you're working until 8 p.m.,
Right.
which I often do, then, by the time I get home, 9 o'clock, eat dinner, 10 o'clock, take a shower, it's 11 o'clock.
Right.
And then I get up the next day, 6:30.
That's
I'm
not-
not really going to get enough sleep because
Yeah.
I don't like lay in bed and bam,
11
sleeping.
o'clock, boom, I'm out. No, that
I
doesn't
wish.
work. Yeah.
Used to happen.
Really?
Not anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Give me the secret. If you've ever figured out how to do that, anybody listening, please tell us. If you know how to fall asleep immediately
Right?
when you hit the pillow.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
So I'm curious as well. Are there any caveats to the study? I want to
Yes.
say that word with a British accent. Caveat.
Right. The main caveat is that for younger people or, anyone really who's staying up late because of their phone and not because of your body's natural circadian rhythm, this finding of superior cognitive function, it is not going to be true.
It just basically deletes whatever benefits you could have, right?
Yes,
I'm
staying
not
up
surprised by
late
that.
because you're on your phone. It's actually worse for both mental and physical health. And then also just artificially forcing yourself to stay up late to attempt to have better brain function. It will not work.
I want to be a night owl so
I
bad.
want to be a night owl. Yeah, you have to listen to your body's natural wakefulness times.
And I read, you may have read this as well, and I think I might have even talked about this on the show before, that there is evidence that people who have, I believe it's Neanderthal DNA within their family lineage, they might naturally be people who wake up early because for whatever reason,
really?
Neanderthals apparently woke up early. So there a lot of people of European descent, I guess, might have that from way, way, way back when encoded in their DNA, I'm a wake up early kind of person.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Very fascinating. Somehow I missed that boat.
No, and I'm pretty sure
guess.
I'm like Neanderthal, just looking at myself. But I think that gene skipped my family for sure because there's nobody in my family that wakes up early.
Oh, really?
No one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. Yeah, you cannot force yourself to be a night owl to have better cognitive function. That's what this study tells us.
I hear you. And you know what? I think this is really good news because this one made me feel a little bit better about myself than the first story. Mm-hmm. I mean, 60, yes. I hope I'm very confident by then and can tell myself, I don't need to listen to that nonsense. But I am undeniably a night owl, and I am now superior. Thank you for giving me...
There we go.
Thank you.
Superior cognitive function goes to the night owls, according to this study.
I just got to put away my phone. Apparently, that's the problem.
No phone.
Oh, dear. Do we have time for one more study?
Okay, I sure hope so. All right, so this one might give a very unfortunate wake-up call to people who need it.
Uh-oh.
According to research from the Journal of the American Heart Association, people with work-related stress, they have a bigger risk for heart problems. And in fact, work-related stress is such a big health problem. The study authors said it's as important to your medical history as telling your doctor if you're a smoker.
All right, I'm just going to tell my doctor I'm a smoker next time then. Because who doesn't have work-related stress? Is that possible to not,
I mean, I think it is.
What
I would
kind of
hope,
work would
I
that
would
be?
hope so.
If you have a job recommendation, please send us a message
Yes.
for any kind of work that does not involve stress. I've never had a job that didn't give me any kind of stress. Did you?
Well, I think this is not just any kind of stress.
Okay.
This is specific types of stress. So in this study, things causing work stress were, I'll go ahead and list them.
Okay.
A lack of job security.
Got that.
So if you feel like you're going to be fired
Yes.
at any minute. Okay.
I've always felt that.
An imbalance in effort and reward. So basically you work hard all the time, but you get paid very little.
Every job I've ever had. Except this one, of
Okay.
course.
And then also you're not recognized or given credit for your work. Like if
This
you
sounds like every job I've ever had.
Okay, that's not good. And also, really importantly, this increased risk of heart problems, it doesn't matter if you have a personal or family history. It's everybody becomes susceptible if you have this work stress. So
Oh, dear. Okay. But,
some statistics
yeah, go ahead.
here. White-collar workers had between 83 and 97% risk of increased AFib or atrial fibrillation than those who didn't have work stress.
Is that a bad thing?
That's a bad thing. So basically, AFib is an irregular heartbeat, and usually it's irregular because it's too fast. But often an irregular heartbeat like this, it causes blood clots.
That's not what you want.
That is not good. Yeah, you could have a stroke, a heart attack, your heart could fail, all super serious things.
Okay, so this sounds like kind of bad news. So is there anything we can do to avoid this kind of increase in heart problems or risks for heart problems, especially if you're stressed out at work?
Yes. So, I mean, I know the first thing that comes to people's mind is, change jobs.
Yeah.
But it's not
so easy.
It's not practical for
Right.
everybody to change jobs. So if you're stuck at your company for the time being, first of all, remind yourself why you're working. It could be as simple as, you want to buy a nice dinner or you want to pay off your credit card. Maybe it's to help support your family, be it human family or furry family. Put their photos on your desk to remind you of your greater purpose.
Is that why people have pictures at work? I never thought about that.
I never thought about it. That is, yes, that's one reason why. Another tip is to take a break. Get up, go get water, walk slowly to the paper shredder, or, just pause for a few silent moments at your desk. Also, clear off.
Like every 5 minutes.
Right. If you need to, you got to do what you got to do. Also, clear off or organize your desk to kind of lessen the mental load of work stress. Because sometimes, looking at all the
Yes.
things you have to do makes you more stressed.
Yep.
And then another option is write things down in a private journal, and not just the bad and the stressful, although it could be a good outlet for that, but also small victories. Like if somebody gave you a compliment, right? Something turned out really well, write that down also.
Can you give me an example of a compliment? I don't think I've ever heard one.
Well, a compliment could be, Casey, you're a really swell guy. I enjoy talking with you every Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Now I know what a compliment feels like. And that really just brightened my day up. I appreciate that.
Yes.
And thank you, by the way, for all this advice on how to minimize work stress because, sometimes just kind of taking care of yourself is what you got to focus on. Even though you might be at work, take those few silent moments, as you said. If you got a chance to sneak that in, just kind of take a break, right?
Yes, you sometimes have to schedule it for yourself.
Because they're not going to do it for you.
They won't do it for you. If
Whoever
you're
they
stressed to the point of, health problems,
Right.
It's time. Nobody is going to, have a panic attack at work if you get up and slowly walk to get water.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. And I slowly walk to get water every time I get water, as slowly as possible. And I'm going to continue that now that I know that I should. Well, thanks so much, Melissa, for coming in, as you do every Tuesday for Officially Amazing. What song you got for us?
All right, this one, it's kind of unknown, but I love it. It's a Michelle Branch song. This is Hopeless Romantic.
All right, so enjoy that song, and we'll be back at 3 p.m.
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
혹시 지금 운전 중이신가요? 어린이 교통사고 피해자 수는 지난 3년 평균 약 9만 명. 특히 어린이 보호구역 안전기준이 강화된 이후에도 어린이 보호구역 내 사고는 지속적으로 발생하고 있습니다. 스쿨존에서는 반드시 시속 30km 이하 서행, 스쿨존 내 불법 주정차 금지, 차량 출발 전 앞뒤 좌우 살피는 습관으로 어린이가 안전한 도시를 만듭니다. 참, 운전 중 휴대전화 사용은 모두에게 위험합니다. 우리 모두를 위한 교통안전, 나부터 실천하면 모두가 안전해집니다. 어린이가 안전하게 뛰어놀 수 있는 부산. 아이 키우기 좋은 도시는 우리 모두의 미래이자 희망입니다. 이 캠페인은 어린이가 안전한 부산을 만드는 은행, B&K 부산은행과 함께합니다.
New season, new shows. BEFM's new season starts on September 9th. We have new voices coming your way.
From Monday through Sunday, every day from noon to 2 p.m. Join me, Nick Greenwood, for Midday Mates. Have some fun with your best mates in the afternoon with Midday Mates, filled with useful information and English learning.
Busan Ajime Park Sung-eun will be in charge of your daily English every day at 10:55 a.m. and 3:55 p.m. with Today's English. Tune in to BEFM News every day at 11 a.m., 12 noon, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. with your trusty BEFM news announcers. The Chinese language program Busan Hwajium is on Monday through Friday, and Hello Vietnam on Saturdays and Sundays, both from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, filling the airwaves with great contents. Don't forget, you can watch all of this too on our YouTube channel, so be sure to catch us on YouTube. Mark your calendars for September 9th for BEFM's new season, dedicated to bringing you the most informative and entertaining programming as always.
The time is now 3 o'clock.
Welcome back to the 2 p.m. Reboot. You just heard Why I Came to California by Leon Ware to kick off the second hour of the show. And in the song, you could hear the protagonist singing about his reasons for coming to California. Why are always people complaining about New York but wanting to go to California? Interesting how that works in songs. He describes walking on the beaches of Zuma and watching pretty girls, as well as the unique atmosphere of Venice. He explains that he came to California to find a sense of freedom and to follow his dreams, just like many others who come to the state seeking their own paths. Leon Ware was actually alive from 1940 to 2017, and an American songwriter, producer, composer, and singer. Besides a solo career as a performer, Ware was best known for producing hits for other artists, including Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, Maxwell, Minnie Riperton, and Marvin Gaye, co-producing the latter's album, I Want You. So a lot of work done by Leon Ware for sure. Welcome to the program, everyone. You're listening to us here on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Jeongwon, and Noksan areas. Also in Seoul, we're on TBS EFM 101.3 FM, and in Gwangju, we're on GGN 98.7 FM. And thanks for joining us wherever you might be today. I appreciate it. I'm your host, Casey McKeever. Good to be with you here on this Tuesday afternoon. And we still got a whole lot coming up for you in hour number 2. Our daily list is going to cover the 10 best airports in the world. And I need some inspiration because all I can think of is like the worst. I can't think of not many good ones. I thought, I thought of a few, but I would like to know more for sure. And then after that, we'll have Tomorrow Today. We do this every Tuesday. We talk about a variety of advancements in different fields to kind of get a glimpse into the future. And today's Tomorrow Today, catch that, is also related to airports as well. And our perfect playlist today, we're going to have songs to get you motivated for the new semester. So we'll have 2 songs at the end of the show for you there. And I will be checking your messages throughout the show, so feel free to send away. The question of the day is, what is your favorite airport so far? 지금까지 가장 마음에 든 공항은 어디인가요? And if you want to reach us here, you can message us at 샵9050 or pound 9050 for 100 won. You can reach us for free via the KakaoTalk app if you search BEFM or 부산영어방송. Then you just add us there and then send us messages. And also we have our very own smartphone app. If you go to the App Store on your phone, you can download it by searching BEFM or take a guess. Yes, you guessed, 부산영어방송. And you can download the app that way, listen to us wherever you go, take us on the subway or the bus with you. And you can also log in and leave us comments. So there you go. We're going to be right back after this quick song break. We're going to listen to Stay in Time by Off Broadway, and we'll be back with our daily list. Welcome back to the 2 p.m. Reboot. You just heard Stay in Time by Off Broadway. And now it is time for today's daily list. And today's daily list, the 10 best airports in the world. And actually, I think I've been to a couple of these. I'm kind of surprised to see which ones are on the list. So first up, we've got Changi Airport in Singapore. I've never been to this one. This is number one on the list. It's a 12-time winner of prestigious titles such as World's Best Airport for Dining and Leisure Amenities. And each of the terminals has its own unique attractions. Terminal 1 has a rooftop pool and 24/7 spa. Terminal 2 offers a 24-hour movie theater and a children's playground. It sounds like a place you just want to maybe hang out. Terminal 3 has a nature lover's paradise with a stunning skylight and gardens housing 200 plant species and butterflies. Wow, I think I've seen pictures of this one. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. The Jewel Complex completes the experience with 300 restaurants, shops, and Singapore's largest indoor garden, featuring a mesmerizing rain vortex show. Yeah, I've seen videos of this place as well. It looks like just kind of a very cool place. Should airports be that cool? I don't know, because, I mean, isn't the idea you don't want to stay there that long? Interesting. But if you're stuck there, right, if that happens to people too, where flights get canceled or delayed, or, you just have a long layover, at least there's a lot of cool stuff for you to see there, right? Very interesting. Should airports be good, fun places to hang out, or should they just kind of get you through? Number 2 on the list is Hamad International Airport in Qatar, and this is in Doha, Qatar, and the airport resembles basically, it's a kind of a modern architecture. It's kind of stunning. It resembles like a luxury resort more than a typical busy airport. So again, they're trying to make it like, someplace you want to hang out. And regardless of class, passengers appreciate all of the fantastic amenities, which includes lounges, quiet areas, kids' play zones, because you got to keep the kids occupied. It's true. The terminal even has a luxury hotel for passengers with long layovers. There you go. So if you're in that situation. And there's a golf simulator available to help travelers relax their muscles after a long journey. Interesting. Well, there you go. Number 3 on the list. Tokyo's Haneda Airport in Japan. And this one, I don't think I've been to. I've only been to Narita. But Haneda Airport is known for top-notch cleanliness and comfort. It boasts the world's highest punctuality rate. Now, that's what you want in an airport, right? It's got an impressive 8.83 out of 10 for on-time flights. So that sounds like it's ahead of the pack there. The airport is famous for its vending machines, diverse dining options, and excellent shops and bars. There you go. If you got a long layover, if you're in that situation, you can book a capsule hotel or relax in their 24/7 hot spring pools for an authentic Japanese onsen experience. Now that sounds like a good idea to me. It offers, it has efficient transportation, like links to downtown Tokyo, which is just a 30-minute drive away. Now, Haneda Airport, I wonder, is that the international one? Because I've only flown through Narita. Sounds like I might have to change my options next time I'm flying through there. Number 4, Incheon International Airport here in South Korea. You know what? I was just there not long ago, and as I said before, it's easy to get through, and I guess that's a part of the experience. Let's see why else it's on the list. It's an award-winning airport, has remarkable amenities such as movie theaters. I didn't know there were movie theaters in there. Private sleeping rooms and a golf course. I didn't know any of this was in there. It also features 7 indoor gardens, cultural performances, and a museum for exploring ancient Korean culture. I guess I'm always in a hurry to get through. I have no idea that all this was going on in Incheon Airport. Passport control is exceptionally efficient with average clearance times of 19 minutes for departures and 12 minutes for arrivals, ranking it among the world's fastest airports. That doesn't surprise me. Bali 해야지. So yes, and I can attest to that. I never have any issue, no big problems going through Incheon International Airport, either going or coming back. Notably, it maintains one of the world's lowest luggage mishandling rates at just 0.0001%. Sweet. Good job, Incheon International Airport. I'm happy to see that on the list. Next up at number 5 is one I've been to as well, and I can't really comment on this one. I don't remember. This is the Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France, and it was built in 1974, but it has recently undergone extensive upgrades. Because when I was there, I don't know, I wasn't that impressed. They've added new terminals and enhanced the passenger facilities. They've got all kinds of dining and shopping options now, from high-end stores to fast food, comfortable lounges. It sounds pretty standard. But the standout features, here we go, include easy access to the city center via trains, buses, and taxis. That's what you want. The airport also incorporates modern technology like self-service check-in kiosks, automated baggage handling systems, and advanced security scanners for smooth and efficient operations. Okay. Though that changed my mind about Charles de Gaulle, because my first impression was not that good, I'll say. But I was there in maybe 2000, I'm going to guess 2009, perhaps? So yeah, all right, it's time to give Charles de Gaulle Airport another chance. And that's the thing. Airports can always be improved, right? We're going to take a quick song break. We're going to listen to What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding by Brinsley Schwartz, and we'll be back with more of the Daily List. You're listening to the 2 p.m. Reboot. That song was What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding by Brinsley Schwartz. And now we're back to the daily list. And I'm surprised to see on the list, number 6, another airport that I've been to, Istanbul Airport in Turkey. Spanning 76.5 million square meters, Istanbul Airport ranks among the world's largest. I didn't realize that. I've been there a few times. Despite its immense size, the well-designed layout and clear signage facilitate, that is, easy navigation. I think I can attest to that because I never felt like I had to go that far and I never felt confused in Istanbul Airport. Passengers also appreciate the friendly and helpful staff at Istanbul Airport. Sure, I think I can vouch for that. And moreover, the airport has numerous dining options, bars, a luxurious lounge, and even a mosque. And I don't remember seeing a mosque in there, but I guess that shouldn't surprise me. There are mosques all over Istanbul, of course. And that's another one. I never felt bad about flying into Istanbul Airport. I've never had a bad experience there. I didn't even consider it. I might have to upgrade my list. Does it beat Hawaii? I'll have to think about it. Number 7 on the list is Munich Airport in Germany. Munich Airport stands out because of its outstanding service, modern atmosphere, excellent facilities, and exceptional comfort. Terminal 2, in particular, stands out for its streamlined services, including automated check-in and security procedures for added convenience. The airport offers a city-like experience with around 150 shops and 50 restaurants and bars for travelers. It also has lounges, spas, and a dedicated play area for children. Because as we said before, you got to keep those kids busy, especially when you have long flights. Oh dear. Number 8 on the list. I cannot vouch for this one or Munich Airport. Never been to either, but Zurich Airport from Switzerland is on the list for number 8. It's a contemporary and clean international hub with numerous amenities that includes 9 VIP lounges, a shower facility, a beauty salon, and over 40 dining options. Oh, this is cool. They've got rental bicycles and inline skates. And there's also day visits to the Swiss Museum of Transport Lucerne. And you can basically, if you got a long layover, you can plan that and accomplish that easily. Wow, that's pretty cool. The airport has 2 rooftop terraces where visitors can enjoy beautiful views of the Alps and airport activity. That sounds pretty cool to me. I always like having rooftop access, especially when there's something cool to look at. So that's interesting. I'll have to go to Switzerland someday. I've never been yet. Number 9 on the list. Hey, there's one. This is a familiar one. Tokyo Narita Airport. Okay, so this is Narita Airport in Tokyo, Japan. This one I have been to many times. It's renowned for its cleanliness and efficiency. I think so. Yeah, I agree. It offers a wide range of dining options, including a Pokemon store. Got to have that if you're in Japan. And the inclusive Narita Sky Lounge Wa in Terminal 2. I don't know what that is, but all right, I'll check that out next time. The airport also hosts art and cultural exhibitions, a unique scent experience. That's probably good because airports have that kind of stale, like dry air. And, it's even worse when you get on the plane, right? That's an interesting idea. And they also provide cozy shower and nap rooms for relaxation. I think I used one of those when I was on a particularly long layover. Yeah, I recall in Narita having like a nice area to just kind of chill. Travelers can also choose capsule beds at the 9 Hours Hotel or the Pet Inn Royal Hotel with vet services. So if you got pets traveling with you, there you go. Good to know. Number 10 on the list is another one I've never been to. Been to the city, but I've never been to Barajas Airport in Madrid, Spain. According to passenger votes, Madrid Barajas Airport is the world's 10th best because it has exceptional customer friendliness and state-of-the-art amenities. There's a lot of shopping and dining options. They got 133 stores, 54 eateries. There are also children's play areas, baggage storage, pharmacies, free Wi-Fi. Yeah, you got to have that these days, right? Does any airport not have free Wi-Fi? I hope not. Jeez. They've also got lounges for you there, and it's also recognized for having low flight cancellations and above average punctuality, making it Europe's most passenger-friendly terminal. There you go. Well, that is our daily list of the 10 best airports in the world. I'm going to give a shout out to Atlanta. What is that? Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. They've put a lot of effort into making that easy to get around, and also if you got a layover and you want to get some exercise, you can walk from terminal to terminal, and they've got really interesting displays about the city, photography exhibitions. Just cool. Yeah, so I was actually impressed when I was there, and tons of places to eat and bars to hang out if you're into that as well. So there, I'm throwing that as number 11 on my list of the 10 best airports in the world. We're going to take a quick song break. We're going to listen to Gimme 3 Steps by Lynyrd Skynyrd, and we'll be back with Tomorrow Today. Welcome back to the 2 p.m. Reboot. You just heard Gimme 3 Steps by Leonard Skinner. And it just reminded me of being in the international airport in Atlanta again. I took way more than 3 steps, but kind of the similar Southern rock charm to the airport as well. Now it's time for Tomorrow Today. This is where we talk about advancements in technology or things going on in tech to kind of give us an idea of what's going on in the near future. And today we're talking about Europe's Best Airport Awards to kind of look at the eco-innovation, efficiency, and satisfaction with the staff. So there's a lot that's going on. And these awards were held actually in Istanbul on Wednesday and recognized the best flight hubs across Europe. So, there are kinds of issues you read about in headlines going on in European airports. It could be anything from strikes to delays. But according to these recent Best Airport Awards, they reveal which hubs are leading on efficiency, staff satisfaction, and eco-innovation. The awards are presided over by the Airports Council International, the only worldwide professional association of airport operators, and that represents over 500 airports in 55 countries, so that's a wide variety you've got there. So the awards took place in Istanbul, and this was the 34th edition of the awards. They're basically trying to just point out who's doing the job right, and if you go there, you'll know, like if it's on the list, you're guaranteed to have a good experience. And it's not just, the busiest ones. It also covers the tiny regional airports as well. So here are the standout winners. The Eco Innovation Award basically goes to airports who have demonstrated outstanding environmental performance as well as an innovative approach to environmental management. This year, Toulon-Hyères Airport won the honor, and that's my best French pronunciation. I just drop a lot of letters. That's my key to reading French. It's like Toulon-Hyères, but I'm sure they don't pronounce that S, right? They never do. I don't know why. Why even have the S? This French hub has managed to reduce its direct CO2 emissions by 92.5% from 2018 to 2022. Wow. They got to 94.5% at the end of 2023. And by the end of 2024, it aims to reach over 99%. So, man, that's an amazing feat, right? Because airports are kind of known for being CO2 producers, for sure. And it's also reached the topmost level, as they say in the biz, of ACI's recently introduced Airport Carbon Accreditation Program. Basically, this certifies that airports have achieved a net zero carbon balance for emissions under their control. Emissions under their control, I think that's key. And also committing to across-the-board decarbonization by 2050. That includes manufacturing and consumer emissions. So the Toulon-Hyères Airport presented a range of these projects in its application and was applauded for its proactive, voluntary approach to eco-innovation. And another one also recommended or commended highly in this category was the Göteborg Landvetter Airport in Sweden. I did my best Swedish sound there. What's the best overall airport in Europe? Well, that's a good question. There are 5 categories based on airport size. So Torino Airport in northern Italy won in the under 5 million annual passengers category. And the hub was especially praised by judges for an impressive combination of driving, post-pandemic traffic recovery, so that you can see that in the record passenger numbers in 2023, and also a proactive approach to securing new connectivity. And judges also commended a new photovoltaic plant installed at the airport last summer, which meets a substantial portion of its annual electricity needs. Is that just not a fancy word for a solar panel? Malta International Airport won in the 5 to 10 million passenger category, thanks also to its strong recovery from the pandemic, both in traffic and financial terms. They were praised for its efficient operations, motivated team, and also efforts on sustainability, excellence, and overall innovation. For 10 to 25 million passengers annually, UK's London Luton Airport. Oh, I know somebody that lives there. Okay, cool. Luton Airport took the award for its resilience, employee satisfaction, and ambition to reach net zero by 2040. So despite a temporary passenger cap in 2023, last year was its most profitable and saw increased revenue and passenger spending. And they've also had infrastructure improvements featuring new shops, lounges, and an electrified express rail service. There you go. Following a major car park fire in October 2023, Luton was judged to be impressively resilient and able to limit operational disruption while maintaining solid communication among staff and passengers. So it sounds like they had a big issue and dealt with it well. Well done. For the 25 to 40 million category, Avinor Oslo Airport wins and has maintained its long-held reputation for efficiency. The hub boasts an innovative baggage system, drone detection, and autonomous snow renewal. I guess you're going to need it if you're up in Oslo, right? And there we go. Once again, making this list, Paris's Charles de Gaulle Airport is officially the largest. However, it was Istanbul and Rome's Fiumicino hubs that jointly took the top prize in the 40 million passengers award category. So sorry, Charles de Gaulle, you made the list, but only as a mention. You are the largest airport, but apparently not the best in Europe. Istanbul Airport is one of the best. It's one of the newest and was praised by judges for its investment in cutting-edge infrastructure, strong growth, and operational performance. And a big part of their strategy is sustainability. That includes plans for a solar power plant to meet all of its electricity requirements. Smart move. Also sharing the top prize was Rome's Fiumicino. There we go. That took the prestigious win for the third year in a row. And they have an ambitious goal to reach carbon net zero by 2030. I hope they all do it, because that would be another part of traveling to enjoy, knowing that you're not, responsible for so many CO2 emissions, right? All right, that's going to do it for Tomorrow Today. We're going to take a quick song break. We're going to listen to Sugar, We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. back to the 2 p.m. reboot. That was Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. And now it is time for our perfect playlist. Our theme this week, songs to get you motivated for the new semester. Because, you probably need a little extra motivation, right? Even though it just already started, it's still, day 2, I need more help, right? So, our first song for today is Unstoppable by Foxy Shazam. Lead singer Eric Nally wants listeners to know one thing. We are unstoppable. No, we can't be defeated. And this is the song you need to hear, especially if you get a test score that you're not hoping for later in the semester. You're right. I mean, things happen in school that might, it might seem like the end of the world, but you can do anything you put your mind to, and Unstoppable will remind you of that. So let's start off the semester with that mindset. Our second song made me laugh. It's Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. And anytime you're thinking about motivation, whether it's to exercise, whether it's for boxing, or just to start your new school semester, Eye of the Tiger is a classic. It makes you just kind of want to get up and do air punches, right? It also should inspire you to be your best person and produce your best work. Because your schoolwork, though it may feel like your rival, you can overcome it. You can come out on top. You can give it a TKO. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. So our 2 songs for today on the perfect playlist: Unstoppable by Foxy Shazam, followed by Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Welcome back to the 2 p.m. reboot. We just heard Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, and before that was Unstoppable by Foxy's Shazam. And I hope you're well motivated to start your semester off now. Or, you know, if it hasn't been going so well in the first couple of days, turn that around, right? And so if you never heard Eye of the Tiger, you know, that was part of the Rocky film series. And, you know, music has actually always been an important part of the film industry. But sometimes it's not always easy to match the right music with the right scene. But when a director does find the right song, it can make a movie and the song immortal. Everyone knows the Rocky theme song probably as well, too. But Rocky 3, actually, that film there, was responsible for putting the band Survivor on the map and catapulting their song Eye of the Tiger to the top of the Billboard charts. And I think it's never going to go away, right? I think that song will probably live on for quite a while. However, we've got to wrap up the show for today. We're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. I have been your host, Casey McKeever. We're going to listen to one last song. This is Hotel California by the Eagles. And have a fantastic Tuesday. Stick around for Your Busan, and we'll be back at 2:05 p.m. tomorrow.